The biggest and most important news is the Raiders lost the coin toss, just when you thought the Raiders were done taking L's for the season. It's confirmed now that the Raiders will pick number 10 in the draft. The positioning doesn't matter as much as the team we were flipping against. The key is the 49ers also don't need a quarterback. Now, if a team wants a quarterback, they could end up trading with the Niners rather than the Raiders. Well, nothing you can do about a coin flip, and it's time to move on. John Gruden had his press conference at the scouting combine, and man does he just have charisma. I'm not going to take everything he said seriously, especially during the draft combine. Every coach will talk up every player and talk about their future, so I'm going to talk about what I think is true. First up, Amari Cooper will be the focal point of the offense. There's nothing to doubt about this one. Cooper is the best offensive weapon the Raiders have, and good things happen when the ball is in his hands. Todd Downing was horrible at getting the ball to his playmakers, and especially Amari Cooper. If Gruden can tune his offense for Cooper the way Sean McVay did for Todd Gurley, then the Raiders' offense will be dynamic this season. If there was ever any doubt, Bruce Irvin is all but confirmed to come back. Pass rushers are at a premium, and Irvin is worth the money he's paid. I think he's best used as a linebacker normally and pass rusher occasionally. Either way, there's little doubt he would be released. Now, Irvin can continue his job of pursuing free agents with the nickname Baby Reggie. Gruden said Marshawn Lynch is still a beast. Anyone who watched knew this was true, especially towards the end of the season. He still has it, and Gruden loves a power back. However, he's 31 and making a good bit of money. As much as I love the Oakland native, he's not worth near $6 million a year. If he's not willing to take a pay cut, the Raiders might be forced to let him go. Michael Crabtree might be in a similar position as Marshawn Lynch. He's making over $7 million this year, and the Raiders want him back at a much cheaper rate. The difference is, Crabtree plays a much less physical position and still plays it pretty well. I personally would like to have him back, and I'm sure Derek Carr would as well. My guess is McKenzie wants him back at a cheaper rate, but is willing to keep him on board at the current rate if Crabtree doesn't negotiate. In semi-Raiders related news, Chiefs cornerback Marcus Peters was traded at a really cheap rate. Rumors were there weren't many teams interested in the all-pro corner. His production is great on the field, but he was a hassle in the locker room. I thought his production made him worth keeping, and his contract was very cheap. Now, maybe Derek Carr can find some success against the Chiefs. This next point isn't really Raiders related, but it's something I have to get off my chest. Chiefs fans have to put it with Tyreek Hill on the team. The production on the field is fantastic, no question about it. However, Hill has domestic violence and is proven guilty. I just can't justify keeping Hill over Marcus Peters. We can argue production is pretty equal for both players. Peters is a pain in the locker room, but how do they justify keeping Tyreek Hill? I will go more into the draft once it rolls around, but I'm just going to talk about the combine for right now. One guy that had a shot to be the Raiders draft pick was Orlando Brown. He's one of the 3 or so best tackles that the Raiders can realistically pick with the first round. However, his combine performance is literally costing him millions. He's big, but not shown to be strong or athletic. Tackle is a need, and it looks like the Raiders might have one less option. I don't think this will affect the Raiders, but man, Saquon Barkley is a different animal. He's killing it at the combine and is checking every box with flying colors. He's big, strong, fast, and shows it on the field too. He's number 1 on most draft boards, and there's no way he lasts to number 10. Barkley can have an Ezekiel Elliott type impact, but without the off the field incidents. This last point is just a heads up. I will be doing another news video in about a week or so regarding free agency. All the news, rumors, and my thoughts. The new league year is starting, and it's the other marquee offseason date along with the draft. There will be plenty of cuts on the Raiders and from other teams, and it should be fun.